Bitcoin is not looking good, my friends. Hate to say I didn't tell you so, but on March 23rd, 2022, I said screenshot or retweet this chart, I dare you. Me indicating that Bitcoin was going to ramp up towards 46 to 48K and then drop all the way back down to about 18,500. CoinsKid replied, said, "You're saying Bitcoin will just drop through 30K like a hot knife through butter? I highly doubt it." What I said in return is, we're going to see a descending triangle test to 30,000 several times over the course of weeks to months and then collapse from 30K to 20K in under 2 weeks. This is what the chart looked like right then as I tweeted that on March 23rd. Let's see what happened next.
If you're looking for the next 100x crypto project to buy into, you have come to the right place. My name is Cameron Fous, and I have been a professional day trader for nearly 20 years. I deposited $20,000 into an account, and in just over a year, it's now worth nearly $2 million. On this channel, I'm going to present to you the best altcoins to buy, such as getting into Mana before it ripped 595%, getting into Dogecoin before it ran 15,000%. So if you want to hear about all the best trade opportunities first, hit that subscribe button, and more importantly, turn on the notifications bell so you can get these time-sensitive trade ideas immediately when my new videos go live.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Again, this is not financial advice, just me not only trying to make money, but more importantly is trying not to lose money. First step of a successful trader is learning how to survive the market. And a lot of people don't have experience with bear markets. They get into the market simply because there's so much FOMO and hype involved about something that's moving, and everybody starts buying in at the top. And now we're back down to lows and everybody's wondering what the hell happened. So a lot of what I teach is how to short the market, because we identify when the tops are in play and when the potential probability and high risk situations are coming, which allows us to get out of our long positions, sometimes short and make money on the way down, but most importantly, identifying when things are about to collapse so we can exit our longs and actually preserve our capital. So when things do come back to those hype levels, when everybody's talking about it, we actually have money to work with to trade, as opposed to everyone who lost all their money in the bear market. And now when things are returning back to normal and the charts are coming back into play, everyone's trying to make up for losses rather than continue to make money that they made after the bull run. Just looking at what we were looking at here back at this point, when I said screenshot this, I dare you, based on the charts and the probabilities, it's not me predicting the future, it's just me identifying. We're seeing a lot of low volume coming in, meaning that nobody cares anymore. There's no buyers here, and we're seeing multiple signs of a top. We saw the bull trap up here in the 60,000s and then a bear flag forming up here, indicating that we're going to retest up in these levels around 45 to 50K and then come back down and break down this extremely high level of support around 30K. And if that 30K level broke, which we've built up multiple times over the course of the last few years, if that breaks down, there's going to be a panic that ensues. So let's just take a look at the present state of the market, exactly what happened here. Okay, when I tweeted that, we were back down at 42K. Bitcoin rose right into this level here, peaking out, retesting the upside of this bear flag at about 48K. And then we were actually getting short up here. And then this thing came and dragged down, as we can see the lower level of the actual channel that was peaked here, here, and then here. As soon as that broke down, right, it looked like there was a spike to the upside, and it just washed out with a huge selling candle on higher volume. And that was kind of confirmation, as well as the Trendex indicator still remaining in play. After that happened, washed out right to 30K, down to 26.8. And then what happened over here? This was over the course of, as I said, it's going to be weeks to months as we form up the descending triangle at 30K. So if we look at how long this took, about a month before we actually broke this down, about 31 days. And then how long did it take to go from 20K or 30K down to 20K? As I said, it's going to probably happen in under 2 weeks from the breakdown point here. Took about 8 days, the day of the low, and we hit 17.5, way below 20K, which also my target was about 18.6, as I indicated here on that tweet. That was about 18,665. This isn't me predicting, even though it basically happened now pretty much to the T. It's just me understanding that I've been looking at charts for almost 20 years, and I kind of understand price action, what might happen, and what would be the kind of highest probability of what would happen. I had no idea if that was going to happen at all, but I was preparing for it. I didn't want to be long, fully exposed to it, because this is what I thought might happen. I actually lost money because in this channel right here, I was hoping to see a potential retest up to this line of this channel right here. As we had tested 1, 2, I was looking for a third test here, and that was going to be my indication to get balls deep short on Bitcoin for then a washout here. I wanted everyone to see this move up here right into this resistance level, potentially retesting at about 34, 35K, as I was talking about in the past videos, and then a big washout here. Get everyone in here. This would be a bull trap here that would happen, maybe spike up a bit even above it, fake everyone out, and then see the big collapse drop down to 20K and below. Unfortunately, right about here, the CPI numbers came out, the Consumer Pricing Index, basically just indicating what the inflation numbers were. And when that happened, the US 30 and NASDAQ all just ate shit and collapsed as well here. And that's when we saw this big washout in the US stocks across the board, was instantly right when we saw those CPI numbers come out. And that's exactly when we saw the big collapse in Bitcoin as well, as soon as the CPI numbers come out. So when you're looking at charts, if any news comes out of the blue like the CPI numbers, the charts can go basically what you might see in a chart can completely turn into nothing. Technical analysis can be thrown out the window at that current point in time and just be manipulated by the news that currently comes out. So you always got to be prepared for what news comes out. So I didn't see the actual bounce that I wanted to see, so I actually missed the big short on this trade. So I was looking for one more bounce to fake everybody out to then get in there. But now the current situation is, right, we hit those targets of about 18.5, and the reason why I say 18.5 is because I'm looking at previous pivot points. And if we look around this range here on Bitcoin, we can see we had this consolidation on Bitcoin, which was between at about 19.9, about 20K. And then this pivot low here was about 17.7. And then this pivot low down here is about 16.418. And that's exactly where we peaked out on the bottom here. On Bitcoin, we also have this massive volume spikes right here. Okay, so this is a sign of capitulation on Bitcoin, as we can see down here. Okay, this is a big sign of a potential short-term bottom. Okay, we saw this big sign here, short-term bottom here, this big volume signature here, short-term bottom down here, also right at the horizontal support from the previous. So right now, the current play for me and everybody in my Wolfpack Telegram group, if you're not in there, there's a link below. I alert all my buys, sells, profit targets, stop losses, everything in Telegram, so you can see exactly what I'm trading in real time. Okay, I don't recommend you copycat trade this. There's no such thing as a successful copycat trader. Okay, if you want to learn how to trade, I also have the Krypton course down below. Learn my exact strategy, and then you join the Telegram group and watch me implement that exact strategy as a further learning experience and mentorship down the line of exactly how I do what I do. But now we got long on Bitcoin at about 18.5, right about here. Okay, right into that range, and then we're looking for a bounce into this box here to start locking in profits. I've actually already locked in gains twice, 25% positions off the table as we spiked in here. I've now moved my stops up just slightly over break even, so I'm actually going to make money on the trades. We can look at exactly in my Bybit account. There's going to be a link below for Bybit as well. This is my go-to preferred broker for trading futures. They also have a competition coming up where they're giving away over $8 million in USDT. Also, you can join my team. There will be a link below. But looking at the current trades, I've been trading much smaller during the bear market. Typically, a normal position for me is about 100,000 right now. I'm typically doing about 20 to 25% positions, which would be $20,000 to $25,000 per trade. As you can see right now, it's only 12,000 because I've already sold about half to 25% positions taken off the table on this. So Bitcoin, we got in at 18.558. I've moved my stop up from the previous stop down here under the lows, now back up just slightly over break even, and I'm looking to take my profits between about 22,000 and down here at about 21.5 if we spike up in this range, as I've indicated here in this box. So this is kind of what I'm thinking on Bitcoin. There's multiple scenarios that could happen here. One is we come back up and retest the pivot of this position right here. These highs about 23. We create a new trading range in this range right here, or potentially we create a new bear flag, something like this, right, up into this range like this, retest this, potentially even this descending trend line that I was looking for the previous session, and then test that level, potentially even reshort, and then I'm thinking potentially coming back all the way down into 12 to 10 to 9K, as we are seeing that the next major support level here, as this is, you know, kind of significant. Also the levels of the previous all-time highs. This could be a very psychological number as well as a physical number for support. The other potential scenario is we retest a bear flag all the way back up into 30K, back to the scene of the crime of this huge breakdown here. Okay, so that's also a potential scenario I'm long in the markets right now for all these potential situations, but I'm, a lot of times quick to take profits, especially in bear markets. I'm thinking we might form up a new channel like this before breaking back down to 9,000. If we look at my past tweet that I just posted here, kind of illustrating what's going on with the market, I said in 2018, the bear market lasted 364 days, which we illustrated here from top to bottom, about 364 days. So that's how long the bear market lasted for Bitcoin in 2018. And it took 1,079 days to retest 2018 highs. From the 2018 high throughout this entire period, it took 1,079 days essentially to retest those highs. So looking forward, that would mean that the November of this year would be the bottom if we did something in similar fashion. So 364 days from our recent high of Bitcoin in the 67, 68K, that would suggest a bottom in November of this year. And also the major support level for Bitcoin as of right now would be about 9 to 12K. That would be potential November of this year. And if we continue to trade in this descending channel here, I'm thinking we retest that channel again and then come back down to 9 to 12K. Now, looking 1,079 days ahead of the all-time high that we saw here, that would put us at a potential retest if we saw a similar scenario, not until December 2024 or early 2025. So if you're buying the dip here and hodling, thinking you're like, oh, we're going to all-time highs soon, I don't recommend using any money that you're going to need in the next 2 to 4 years, because it might take a long, long time before we actually ever potentially retest all-time highs, if we ever even retest all-time highs. Nobody fucking knows what's going to happen in the future. For me, I do have some hodl money, but for the most part, when I look at the market conditions and how things have played out every time and time again, hodling is not a good idea for me. I like swing trading. I like day trading. I like to be liquid. I like to get in and out. I don't like my money being stuck in something that's not doing anything. I like to look at what's happening right now and the best opportunity today, and what's going to be the best opportunity from today over the next 30 days, so I can take advantage of that, not be stuck in something that I'm looking out 10 years ahead. And I have a bunch of money involved in this, but there's shit happening now to take advantage of. Okay, so that's just the way I look at markets. Obviously, people have different time horizons. Hodl for long term, for fucking when they're old. They'll finally be a millionaire when they're 80 years old. Okay, I'm trying to be a millionaire now. Okay, I already am. I'm trying to multiply my millions now, not when I'm 80 and I give it to my children. Okay, fuck my kids. I don't have any yet, but they can make their own money. I don't want to hand feed them life on a silver platter. Okay, they can craft their own fucking silver platter for all I care, right? I'm not looking to make generational wealth. I'm looking to make my life the best it can be. And I want my kids to be successful as well and have grit and fucking dedication, and not think that they're just gonna live a good life because I made money for them. Anyways, that's the current situation on Bitcoin. Ethereum, also same exact situation, same exact chart setup as Bitcoin, essentially right down into these lows. We are also long Ethereum at the moment. I'm looking to lock in my gains here up in this green box. I've already locked in 25% off the table twice on Ethereum as well, but now still open position of $2,000 gains. So a spike over these levels on Ethereum, I'm looking to lock in gains in this pivot level between about 11,169 and about 12,570. On Ethereum, lock in gains here, then I think we potentially might see a new trading range form. I also picked up 2 altcoins, just Sand and Audio, just simply for the fact if we see Bitcoin, Ethereum make continuations of runs to the upside, we have a lot of upside potential on the altcoin space where they could see 50 to 100% gains easily. If we do see a big squeeze, I'm long in here. You see this, I'm grid trading. Audio, which I'm going to be talking about a lot in my course, is locking in your profits in a grid and ensuring you have multiple levels to lock in gains on. But overall, there's definitely upside. There's going to be a big fucking squeeze in the markets at some point, but there's also a lot of fear. Just as you've seen every time Bitcoin had a dip, there once the rip starts, it just doesn't stop, and it goes on a big move. Okay, rip, no rip for quite some time now on Ethereum here. Okay, we're down fucking 75% straight, no rips. We're due for a rip, but I still think there's more downside potential on the markets, especially when we look at US 30. I'm actually long US 30 right now, and I'm looking for profits in this range here. But overall, US 30, guys, there's no bear market here yet. It's the beginning. It's only down 20%. We're looking for like a 40 to 50% dip on US 30, which would bring us back down to 40%, about 21K. That's what I'm looking for on US 30, is a big, massive poo-poo. And if we retest up in these levels inside this channel, I'll potentially get short. But now that we're down at the support level of this channel, I'm actually long here on US 30. So that's my current outlook on the market, guys. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, because I'm bringing you the juiciest juice of the juice. And if you want all the juice first, go ahead and subscribe to my Twitter. I'm way more active on there every day. I only make like one YouTube video a week just because it's kind of a fucking pain in the ass to do these videos. Even though I love it, it's a lot of extra work because I got a lot of shit going on. So that's a wrap for today, guys. Be safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.